Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's Coach Luke and Daniel here at the lab, and we're here to talk to you about pretty much the staple of every bodyweight program ever made, the push-up, right? And the push-up is an awesome upper body strength tool, but also full body integration tool also. And what we want to show you today is ways that you can make it more effective, or if you're working on getting your first push-up, things that may be kind of slowing you down from getting there other than just sheer strength. So here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is Coach Daniel's going to get down here into a plank basically. And what I want to talk about with this plank is he's going to be pushing through his heels, zipping his kneecaps up, making his butt eat his pants, and then using his breath, trying to shorten the area from his rib cage to his hips. Then he's going to put his hands right underneath his shoulders, and he can widen them a little bit. But what we want to do now is create tension and activate our lats by spiraling our hands into the ground. Now keep in mind, the hands won't actually move, but we're creating a tension to pack the shoulders, and that's going to give you a lot more tension and control of movement. From this point now, I want him to think of rowing himself to the ground or actively pulling himself to the bottom of the pull-up. When he reaches the bottom, he's at that point going to hard corkscrew his hands out of the ground, into the ground again, and drive straight up. Lock out and repeat. Go ahead and rest for a second. So the things that are important though are that we want to create that full tension plank before we start, because you don't want your body doing things like this during your push-up. We want to make sure those shoulders are packed so they're safe, and that we're creating that tension by actively lowering ourselves to the ground versus dropping to the ground or kind of yielding to the ground. But by having that full body tension, it's going to make it a lot less like you're lifting dead weight off the ground. It's obviously going to keep your low back safe, and creating all that tension may be the missing link into why you're struggling with your push-ups. That being said, a lot of times, maybe you just don't have the prerequisite relative strength to do a push-up yet. So there's many regressions you can do, starting from just doing a wall push-up to doing a push-up off of a bar on the squat rack, a box, or what we're going to use today to show the regression is just a simple bench. So let me pull this thing into the frame, and Daniel's going to set up much the same way as he did on his full push-up, keeping in mind we want to make sure that the hands are going to lower him to a similar position as if he were on the ground. So I would say from your down position, start with your hands kind of in line with your nipples, or just make sure you're able to pack the shoulders. So go ahead and get up there, starting like that. He's going to drive his heels back into the plank, pull the kneecaps up, squeeze the glutes, use his breath to control the tension through his core. Now he's going to corkscrew his hands into the bench and pull himself down to it, and then drive out with a sharp breath. Obviously, if we wanted to make this easier, we'd use a higher box or a higher bench or even the wall. Go ahead and rest, Daniel. If you have any questions, make sure you let us know, and thank you for your time. Have a good day.